So before we actually start, I want to actually like point out something real funny today because I was really worried about a certain section of this game just because like, you know, pre-show jitters and everything. But this is my first marathon, so just to point it out, there's gonna be one section of the game that it's gonna be a bit of a worry, but
whenever you need to really concentrate, just call it serious time, and everyone knows what it means. The couch commentators, people in the back, will, you know, let you focus.
All right.
And yeah, by the way, did you know that we're a bunch of guys from Montreal, all the organizers, and this was actually made by a Montreal studio.
Oh yeah, Red Barrels. This game is great. If like I know I'm saying this like before even starting the run, but if you guys have not played Outlast, I highly recommend it, along with the DLC Whistleblower, which I think is a bit better than the main game because they do the scares very well in that one. So we're running glitchless category. In-game time is what we usually do for the run, so loading screens are not timed, but since we're doing a marathon, that's going to be timed. Though,
all right.
We're going to start. I literally wiped all the saves just so that we can get the one opportunity to actually see the beginning cutscene, because we never see the cutscene at all in speedrunning. So why not give everyone that sort of opportunity?
Yeah, just so you know, by the way, we sent out a tweet to Red Barrel Studios.
Oh.
So they might pop in. Who knows? We've sent the invitation out there in the universe. Let's see what happens. I mean, they're horror game developers, so I'm guessing they stay up late, but that's just me.
Oh yeah. They love a spooky hour.
Awesome. So by the way, whenever you're ready for the countdown, just let me know.
All right. So just to kind of give it a little bit of background on the game, I'm going to try my best to kind of explain some of the game too alongside the run, since this run is going to be going by pretty quickly. So just to begin, you're playing as a journalist known as Miles Upshur, who gets a little tip-off from the guy from Whistleblower, in which there's something really crazy going on in this place called Mount Massive Asylum. There's some weird stuff going on with the insane patients and, you know, things breaking loose. So you arrive, you know, on that tip-off, and pretty much it gives you the introduction to what you're going to have for the game. So you're going to end up with, there's a documentation for that. Already explained it. And this game is one of those horror games in which you cannot fight. You can only run and hide. You have a camera that you'll be recording things with, which we're not going to record anything, which is completely, I mean, come on. And at the same time, you have night vision, which is going to be very useful in some sections. So we're actually going to get ready on starting. All right. I'm going to give the countdown in 3, 2, 1, go.
Go.
Let's go.
This is it. This is the end of day one.
All right.
And it's a spoopy one.
We're ending it off with a spoopy game. So you're going to see me do a couple of things. Instead of just clicking to open doors, I'm going to sometimes just hold left click to open the door. It's a little bit faster since you don't have to wait on the door to completely open. And we're going to be doing a couple of things such as really fast animations or just cutting through some parts. You're going to see me do a bit of sporadic movements, but that's just so that we can get those fast animations. Though sometimes you won't be getting them. It really depends on what the game feels like doing.
You know what? I'm really glad you turned off the motion blur.
Yeah, the motion blur, I love motion blur, I'm not going to lie, but I mean, I don't think a lot of people would appreciate it in the run.
When you're making movements this drastic, yeah, it's going to make everybody in the crowd sick really quick.
This game really scares me, so I'm sorry at phone users if I scream in the mic.
I am really sorry, by the way, for anyone that is very, you know, a scary cat.
This game is 3 spoopy, 5 me.
Here's the first scare.
Yeah.
Rose, you're supposed to warn the crowd before it, not as it
Spoiler.
I don't know what you're talking about. I think it's completely fine to do
No
that.
spoilers? Come on.
All right, and so we get the introduction to the run killer of the game, Chris Walker. There's not much to explain about him, other than the fact that I guess you can kind of say he's Big Chungus Horror Edition.
Yeah.
He's the biggest worry of the run. Just there's going to be some moments that are very worrisome. We're going to play a lot of games of chicken with him. It's going to be a bit of a trend.
Yeah, it's like Nemesis in Resident Evil 3. Sort of.
I see.
It's actually a pretty good comparison.
You have sent me an apostle.
I'm still trying to get over the fact that you just casually walk by him and then he threw you out a window seconds later.
Yeah, that's Father Martin, by the way. He's a bit of a weird, creepy priest. Like, I don't know, like what he sees in me. Like, I'm just a journalist that just fell out of a window just now. Like, come on.
I mean, he's showing a flashlight in your eyes for a couple seconds.
Yeah.
Who knows what he saw?
Like, dude, like, come on. I think you could have just blinded me there. All right, so there's a guy right there. It was spooky. Here's some people watching television.
Just chilling.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong here.
All right.
Not a lot on for TV around here.
So I'm gonna say for the run that there's really not a lot I'm gonna really explain because this game is pretty well straightforward for glitchless category. So yeah. Also, can I say that this guy,
Run away!
he wants help, but at the same time he's just like, here, let me scare the heck out of you just so that you can help me. No. Come on.
The two of you basically dove into each other's arms there.
Yeah, like, he just sprang on me like, dude, come on, let me know. I'll be completely fine with it.
We were just missing the flowery fields and the Celine Dion in the background and them running towards each other.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a run-up, but only from one of them.
All right, and so we finally get to the security room. So Miles is already trying to leave, which that's not gonna happen. It's way too early for that to happen.
Oh yeah, and the guy just happened to know how to work this command line interface that's probably proprietary from a security firm.
Oh yeah.
Accessing security system.
I see nothing wrong with
How
that.
many cups of coffee are laying on that desk? They're all full.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that, by the way.
Wait, that one just emptied.
Check out that sweet coffee mug. All right, so we're not hiding in the locker. You would do that normally in your first time, but we're not doing that. This is a speed run. So we're gonna crouch right beside the door and just wait for him to bash it open, run around him like that, and that's how you get through him for the first time. It's pretty quick right there. Now, funny enough, a bit of a history with the category with that section. Before we allowed people to be right in front of the door when they did that, but later on we were like, I think it'd be a bit unfair and weird to call it glitchless if you're able to have a door just go right through you as it bursts open. So, gotta make sure that you gotta be.
It says glitchless, not clipless.
Yeah.
So it's more fair to get hit in the face with a door.
Of course. Wait.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Oh.
So there's a sound cue that we will hear throughout the game, and sometimes it's gonna be different depending on the enemy, but usually you're gonna hear 6 like knocks on the door as an enemy tries to get in. Let's see if we can. No! That's the worst RNG. That guy's a bit terrible. Though, yeah, you hear 6 knocks on the door before the door bursts open. You can easily memorize that as you run through this game. Though, that guy is a bit weird at times, because sometimes he will get there pretty quickly. You just gotta be real fast to be able to get around him. But you will take a hit, usually, with that guy. That's the worst kind of luck that I had right there with him, just having him block the door. All right, and so we're done with the administration block section. And Father Marn he just surprises you and just gives you a sort of a happy drug. Like, anyone know what that is?
I don't know. He gave you some sleepy juice.
I don't know. It just touches my hand. Like, dude. Like, come on. What about these people just like doing things like that without asking?
I get you with anesthetic in one go.
Yeah.
That was impressive.
So we get our first glimpse of the wall rider, which you don't see, but you can see just how crazy he is. I love this guy at the end though. He's like, ah, run, no!
I like how he's shooting at his partner as he's being dragged around.
Yeah.
I would do the same.
It's like, I'll save you. No, forget about it. I'm running.
At least you're not gonna suffer.
All right, so first loading screen. Now, there's something pretty interesting about the loading screens. Before I played this version, the PC version, I played the PS4 version a lot because I fell in love with this game when I first got it. And there are more loading areas on the PS4 version than the PC version, but it's pretty obvious. You know, PC has usually faster loading times than the console. Hopefully that's changing, though, with the newest consoles, though. All right, so...
So he's drugging you up, but at least, you know, he leaves the camera with you.
Why did he throw you in the psych ward?
I don't even know. Like, That's the weirdest thing I've thought about with this. It's like, why here, of all places? So, usually you would run off to the left there and run into the twins, but we're not going to do that. We're going to jump over the railing and just get through here. So, here, let's see real quick. That's a pretty good jump on the box. Sometimes you can get a fast animation there, but I'm not really consistent right there, so it usually doesn't happen. But, yeah. For anyone that's a bit squeamish or a little, you know, uncomfortable with some things, there's gonna be some things later on. I'm gonna definitely make sure to, you know, give you guys a heads up, just because, you know, like that's, you know, it's something like I kind of have a common courtesy for. So whenever I say something like that, you know, just that's just the heads up. So now we're gonna head up the stairs here, and you actually get to see some of these areas later, earlier on in the Whistleblower DLC. It's just like, because Whistleblower is basically what takes place before and during and after what happens with the main game, but just with the guy that, you know, tipped miles off about everything. All right, so we're gonna jump around that guy, you know, push him off the way. You gotta make sure you do this quickly too, because of this guy. Oh,
Hit stun.
Oh,
yeah,
that was a quick
just got,
swing he got you with.
just got hit right there. You can jump around him and not get hit, but sometimes you will just have that happen. Just as long as you get around, just as long as you jump past them, it's completely fine. There are the twins. They are. Can you put
doing
something
like
on, please?
everything in your power not
Yeah.
to say hi to them.
Yeah.
They have a funny dialogue.
They're like, you know, just those kinds of guys that you see at a party, and they're like, ooh, I don't know, I shouldn't talk to them.
I actually first played this game with the French voiceover, because I speak French.
Oh,
And,
yeah?
I don't know about the English version, but in French they're like, I want to eat your inner organs.
I did not know that.
Maybe that doesn't translate so well.
Yeah. All right, so there's a really good strat here, but I'm not going to do it for the sake of not killing my run in the first 10 minutes. So what you would do is jump through that first window and then come out the window that I just climbed out of, and really quickly just like hold W and D and just do some movement there to make sure that you don't get one-shotted, because the twins right there, they have a machete, and literally if you get hit by them, you're dead. You're just straight up dead.
They're kind of just nothing personal, you kid. Like, the moment you look away from them. I've had it happen to me while playing this game casually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it took me a while to realize you're supposed to jump out a window, because what player would ever do that?
Teleports behind you.
Look, he was not behind me when I first looked.
Oh man, I did not get the fast animation there with climbing in, but it's fine. There's a couple other areas I can do that. All right, and I love to do this part, but 360. Woo!
No scope.
Dang it, I could have done this the entire time. Like, woo! But he falls. It's a pretty big fall, but I wonder how he lived. Oh,
Ew.
just a whole bunch of props here. It's a lot of ketchup. It's
Damn.
It's ketchup, right?
Yeah.
It's definitely ketchup. All right. All right, there's Chris Rocker again. Just another reminder, he's still here.
I don't know what he's doing here. He's just here.
Yeah, he's just here. Also, I'd like to mention about the camera. We're going to be using night vision as minimal as possible, just because you don't pick up batteries at all in this run.
Oh yeah? Oh my god.
So
Oh, yeah. The camera actually has a battery that runs down when you're using night vision, which it, for some reason, never uses battery when you're not using night vision. I don't have an explanation
yeah,
for that.
I don't get that.
Like,
There's a special battery just for night vision.
All right, here we go. Here's this guy. He gives you a good old jump, but here's this guy. Comes to the rescue and knocks him off.
they're just jumping each other.
Oh yeah, with the assist, man.
All right, let me hear this real quickly. There's a sound cue here I want to hear. All right, so that guy right there, he's a really good way to tell when you want to jump as quickly as possible. As soon as he starts saying it's still happening, that's when you jump. If you try to jump earlier than that, you're going to hit the pillar and you're going to be really embarrassed. I had that happen to me on a few runs, and I did not feel good about it.
Damn.
All right, here's a guy here. He's just chilling out.
Don't you start with like 2 batteries for night vision?
This guy did not come prepared. He was probably thinking it's gonna be like some like 10-minute like op or something, and just
Just like whatever, the night's gonna stay like 2 hours max.
If your batteries last like 5 minutes, you bring a pack of AA. I don't care what you think you're doing.
All right. Another thing I like to mention about this run too is that for some reason, I don't know if the PS4 version had it too. I forget. It's been years since I played that one. But the PC version has some areas where it does a mandatory stutter. So you guys over at Tech, if you see that happen, it's the game. Don't worry about it. There's going to be at least, I think, 2 more or 3 more mandatory stutters. So I'm going to try my best to kind of, you know, to kind of like soften the blow on what they do. Because sometimes they could just throw you off and just make you run into a wall and make you lose time. It can be pretty annoying.
I mean, you'd run into a wall if you stuttered in real life too, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Oh wait, oh, here we go. Please, Chris Walker. Oh my God.
He like sidestepped you.
Yeah,
like block you there.
Chris Walker is very weird with his movement sometimes. Depending on how you're moving around, he just does this weird like sidestepping stuff, or just like starts running in an awkward angle. And it's just like, this guy's just ready. He's just ready to deck you like real bad.
Yeah, this game is a lot of crisis management. You're like, oh, I'm gonna flash of water, and then, oh, damn, Chris Walker, and then you run away,
Yeah.
and then, oh, damn, a horde of zombies, and then, oh, damn.
It's not even like all of a sudden big guy, it's just all of a sudden, here's Chris Walker.
Yeah.
I swear to you, college football, he had practice.
It's just like football. All right, that's good.
That time I swear he didn't even see you.
He
Wow.
just saw me just like jump right past me. He's like,
He doesn't have a camera with night vision, does he?
the night vision blinded him, but that's not how cameras work, though. All right, so we're gonna be climbing down this ladder real quickly. I'm gonna be spamming the control button here to get off of it as quickly as possible.
What through?
Into a dark area, which, nah, this is a pretty small area. It's nothing bad. I will also mention too that Miles has a weird tendency to do weird jumps. Sometimes he'll do like a very small jump after you climb over something, or he'll just do his normal like sprint jump, or he'll do this weird moon jump, which I don't know why he does that. I think he just loses gravity for a moment after he just jumps over stuff.
You know, I was so tempted to break out the snake eater while you're climbing that ladder, but you were busy.
I was about ready to like bust out the moon theme after talking about the moon jump.
I would love to see that, actually. If you get an opportunity to show it in a proper way.
All right. There's that guy right there. He's just saying like,
Somebody's
you know,
trying
like,
to make jello in the sewer water. Don't mind.
yeah, it's a lot of red jello. I'll tell you that. That guy earlier that we just passed. There's a guy that you see in that room. He talks about how he's just not insane and stuff, and then he just says that how can a person, you know, experimenting on these guys be dead? So, bit of a hint right there as to who the mastermind of this is. And how he's still alive.
That's some really dark sewers.
Yeah. Oh, just for the sake of the marathon, I know this is going to waste a little bit of time, but I really want to show this. Wait for it. Whee! Oh, dang it. There's a really funny jump that you could do there. If you time it right, your character just like levitates over to the ledge right there with his hands out. It's really funny to look at. I was even testing it out too to make sure that I got it right.
I was ready for you to go full mind freak on us or something.
All right, so this part, optimal here is just to make sure that when you're jumping, you're just like doing it at a good timing, you know, when you jump off of that area there. Just because what you do there is, it's just literally called bouncing. Like, we're going through the water and stuff, and it's just the fastest way to get through there. Chris Walker is a terrible guy there if you're not doing that strat. Also, that guy is a terrible dude. Yeah, I was even practicing that too. That guy right there, that's your first game of chicken. And sometimes he just usually body blocks you, but you can jump past him, though you gotta be a bit lucky in that. All right, so I noticed something about the battery. I'm being a bit bad with my management, so I'm gonna try to kind of cut a few corners and go dark in some areas. Oh, there's the mandatory stutter. It throws me off.
Yeah.
That one's the one that gets me. Like, it's not any of the other ones. It's just that one. Uh-oh. There we go. Come on. There we are.
Miles is just a little bit too thick for the vent.
Just a little bit too much. All right. So this section, it's a chase section. There's not really much to it. And with these things that you're pushing, you want to try as much as possible to push it enough just to get it out of the way instead of having to do the entire animation. Because you can get through that without pushing it entirely. But there will be something later on that as you push it, you're going to have to push it all the way or else it will not let you through. All right, so here's the chase section. And for the guy in donations, there's going to be a really good thing, a really good moment very soon to just read donations. So here's the chase. For anyone that's played this the first time, you're probably just freaking out.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god.
I still am.
For you, this is probably like walking through a candy shop.
Oh yeah. It's like a picnic. So usually on your first playthrough, you're just blocking the doors with that stuff. But for me, we're just running. They don't catch up to you even if you don't block the stuff. So just run. All right, here's a really quick way to land. All right, and here's an interesting bit here. So if you had Steam Cloud Saving on the first few days of having this game, you're gonna run into an issue in this section. Oh, that's a bad animation. I wanted to kind of time it a bit earlier just so I can just hang on to it and do a really quick recovery. But that part right there, if you had Steam Cloud Saving on, it does a gigantic stutter that eats Miles' input of trying to grab the ledge and you fall to your death there. That was a big problem at first, and then someone realized it's the Steam Cloud saves. So for some reason, they never fixed that problem, and I kind of wish they did because it's a bit of an annoyance, but you just got to turn off Steam Cloud Saving. Then it's just completely gone.
Reminds me of a problem that was in the Resident Evil 4 PC re-release, where there was after getting out of the minecarts, where you had to mash and climb up a ledge.
Yeah.
You just couldn't mash hard enough if you were on like a certain frame rate. It was just impossible.
So we get to my favorite part of the game here, Traeger. I love this guy. I love his voice actor. I love reciting his lines here just because I love him so much. Though for donations, I guess now's a really good timing to read some donations.
Okay, here we go, arms and legs.
All right, well, we got a $20 donation by PM Gab who says $1 for every kilometer of Shokushu's hair. Which brings us $97 away from breaking 1K on day one. So,
man.
Can I say that he should have put that in miles instead of kilometers since it's US dollars.
Oh, damn.
You know, Miles is here for an actual marathon.
Yeah.
You want to head out and then take a stroll?
Wait here. Go on, run free. I'm in no hurry. No. Those are the grindstones. I like that.
Okay, then, right this way.
Look, I love his voice actor. He does a really good job as Traeger.
It's great.
Now, I would look over to my right now, but I'm going to save that view for a little bit later. If there's any more donations, you can read them off.
Yeah, that was the one, actually. Like I said, we're $97 away from breaking 1K.
Can we break 1K tonight?
I'm sure we can. We've got about half an hour to go, so everyone just get those donations in. It's for One Up on Cancer. It's a community-driven gaming-related charity that helps people pay for their cancer treatment. So your money goes directly to those affected, and it's very concrete help that you're giving to people that need it the most. So donate generously and have a great time doing it.
All right, so for anyone that is squeamish about gore, even though this entire game has been a lot of gore, you're going to want to look away in just a moment.
Yeah, chat has been saying they're scared, so you might want to look away, chat, and you know, you can come back in like a minute or two. It'll be all right.
Yeah, don't look at your hands.
This guy's just filming me. Also, look at that view.
Oh, that's a
great view. All right, but
keep your hands clean.
There's really nothing I can do right now. I have to wait until the scene's over.
I'm a bit worried.
Though we get to hear some good dialogue from Traeger.
I hope you haven't been letting him.
I realize just how sporadic your recording has been so far. So it's been like 2 minutes of Miles recording, and then just jump to this.
I think literally like at the very end of the game, during a speedrun for glitchless, you only end up with like 9 to 10 minutes of footage. It is not worth getting into all this stuff just for 10 minutes of footage.
Now, see, God died with the gold standard. We're on to a more concrete.
Miles, just get a GoPro, man.
Yeah, just get a GoPro, Mile. But at the same time, it's like, come on. You gotta have that like handheld camera.
But what happens when all
Makes you feel like a real journalist.
becomes a matter of faith? And that's
All right.
what I'm here for.
Anyone that's squeamish, you better look away now. I just warned you one final time.
Okay, Chad, don't look, don't look.
Don't look!
You paying attention?
And he just slaps you! Like, dude, I'm paying attention! I got a speedrun to do.
That's easily the worst part.
Yeah, this is the worst part right here. Like, and then afterwards, it's like, I don't think anything else compares. Well,
No, I was referring to him slapping you, but
Oh.
yeah, the finger cutting off part is bad too.
yes, that's pretty bad. Just like, he just slaps you. I will say though that if you think this is bad, if you're gonna play Whistleblower, then be warned. There was way worse.
And then you decide to like go off of your bindings.
Oh yeah, and here's another part if you don't like people vomiting. I think he had way too much food as he was going through this.
No, that's a believable amount. Trust me on that.
All right, so
It smells like here in his chest.
all right, so the only thing we're gonna really do here is just wait a bit. We're gonna hear this guy talking about Traeger, about what happened to him.
Should hide under a bed.
I'm just gonna say adrenaline's a hell of a drug because, I mean, technically you should be passing out, right?
Yeah, just you should be passed out. I don't know how this guy is still going.
Yeah, actually, he passed out at the first like encounter of the game. This is just a dream.
Yeah, this is all a dream. It's like Silent Hill 1's bad ending.
I mean, it's like Super Mario Brothers 2's ending.
Oh wait, hold on.
Same thing.
No spoilers.
No, he didn't say my favorite line. There's a line that I love to hear from him because it just sounds like he's trying to be your best friend. He just literally goes up and as soon as you run past him, he will either go like, "Hold up there, buddy," or something else. But my favorite one is when he goes, "Buddy."
Yeah,
I love
remember
it.
that.
Oh god. Oh, there we go. Man, I'm just a bit too early on these. Like, just a bit too early on pushing that stuff. So we're gonna kind of juke him here. Whoop. All right, see you later.
Just close the door.
See you later,
Just shut the
buddy.
door on him. All right, so this is the one you actually have to push all the way or else the door will not open. You just got to do that.
I love that you're reminded every time you open the door that you're missing some fingers.
Yeah, it's like, hey, you're missing 2 right there, man. All right. Also, I'm gonna definitely just like point out right now for anyone that's noticing me shivering, it's because it's pretty cold. I had to like wash my hands with warm water just a little bit before doing this run because I could not feel my hands.
It's
Yeah,
absolutely freezing. Like,
the AC is
I'm
pretty
warm.
strong.
Yeah.
A lot of people have left, so it's,
I'm not complaining.
Yep, I'm not complaining either. I'm usually, my room at home is like an oven usually. All right, so we're just gonna go around him like that. For some reason, if you're crouched and you get up as you're running towards him, he can't really hit you. And now for the end of Traeger's segment. Everybody say goodbye to Traeger in just about a moment. I'm recording him too because apparently we're now doing a World Star parody. Come on! Oh, he just puts down the camera, dude. Like, come on, this is good footage here. Jeez.
put it on Snapchat.
Amateur.
Doesn't have any
Oh, yeah.
free. I told you, you should have gotten the GoPro.
There's, yeah. You can see they got the GoPro.
It's way better.
It just would have continuously recorded, man. It just made it more complicated on yourself.
He's gonna come back, isn't he?
Yeah, I just noticed that the same thing happens in Borderlands pre-sequel, but it's a robot that stuck to the elevator.
Traeger's not coming back after that. I'll definitely tell you that.
Yeah, but that one's funny.
Yeah.
All right, so
Kind of disappointed against Splint 2.
so this section right here, Father Martin's right there. He's just like, oh my god, dude, you survived! Wow! It's like you could have just helped me, man. Why didn't you help me? I could have had 2 fingers still. You made me get them cut off.
Oh, you recharge your batteries.
Yeah, but I'm really hoping that I have enough batteries for the end, or else we're gonna be going to the dark in a good section of it.
Hold your fingers up for us to not see.
Oh yeah. Just in case you did not know you had 2 less fingers.
Chat, it's okay to look away. You don't have to watch.
So that section right there, that guy's just like, I'm burning this entire place down. Like, Murkoff, evil people, just gotta get rid of all this, you know. Gotta get that out, you know.
Get.
We just jump around that area like so quickly too, so it's like we don't even have time to hear what he has to say.
That's a shame.
Yeah, that's a big shame.
Speedrun Miles honestly stopped caring from like minute 5.
Yeah. Minute 5. All right, so this is actually a pretty worrying section here. Not with this part right here. This part is pretty straightforward, but it's the run back here that kind of worries me a little bit. Just because Chris Walker, his movements, like I said, are kind of a little weird depending on how you're trying to maneuver around him. So either we're gonna see just normal run, we're gonna be able to dodge him, you know, not get hit. But if we get hit, I'm gonna have to literally just do a backup strat and just give him the run around, and we're gonna waste a couple seconds with that. So let's see what happens. Oh my god, okay, we're good.
Oh.
We're good.
Don't look behind.
Oh god. Hit the generator front. Oh my god, please don't pull me out. That's the one thing I want you to do, man. Don't do this to me. No! Not you! No! Oh, that's the worst thing to happen. All right, we're gonna have to run away. We're gonna have to give him a real big run around now. This is the worst timing for that, by the way. I would have taken the hit here if I knew that was gonna happen.
How is he so freaking fast if he's so big?
Come on, man. Come on.
Come on.
I'm telling you, football.
Yeah, football.
Yeah, I think he didn't miss any leg day.
He did not. Not at all.
John Madden football.
John Madden.
John Madden.
So that was really unfortunate. That's actually the first time in an awfully long time that's happened to me.
Never happened before.
Yeah.
Solving full shed.
That's never really happened before.
Where's the that's never happened before jar? We still need it.
If that has anything to do with how this run's gonna turn out now, I don't want to know. I don't want to know what's gonna happen next, but that is not the worst of it.
Well,
So
do you know what you actually want to know?
I don't know. What do I want to know?
That save the animals is still ahead with $79, but Kill is catching up at 42.
Oh.
And as to the Mega Man 2 randomizer character selection, Proto Man and Roll are tied for $20. So if you want Mega Man or Base, you can easily tie it still. Or if you want to put your favorite character in the lead, now's the time to do so. Also, just going to point out that we're $97 away from breaking 1K on the first day. So donate generously. If you're wondering how to donate and you're on site, just go to our Twitch page, twitch.tv/NoResetMarathon, twitch.tv/NoResetMarathon. There's a big old green donate button. You click on it, you follow the instructions, and everything will be right with the world.
It's for a good cause.
It is for a very good cause.
All right, so that section right there, I was about to mention it, but I didn't want to interrupt you there. Okay, that was actually a really good jump. I thought I was way too late with that jump. That would have been really terrible, but that ghost right there you saw, that was the wall rider. And you know what? The first thing you would do there instinctively is just shut the door on his face, just cause it's like, there's ghosts in this game.
Yeah.
But no, we just literally jump around him. He just, like, usually he would just give you like a little kitty push, but he didn't do anything there. All right, so
It's too slow.
yeah, too slow.
I wasn't even gonna bring up the ghost. I was just gonna act like we were all gonna pretend it never happened.
It's like, ghost? I don't know what you're talking about.
What's the big dude's name again?
Chris
I ain't
Walker.
afraid of no ghosts.
Chris Walker?
So this is actually the section I was talking about earlier with showing all those saves. I've been practicing this part, and I'm really hoping that Chris Walker is kind to me, because he was already mean to me with that section earlier. It broke my heart.
Yeah, he's kind of bully.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to set him up here. I want him to miss a punch here. I need him to. All right, I heard it. All right, come on, please get it. Yeah. So what could happen there is if you take way too long after making him like miss the punch or he hits you, if you try to go through there, he's just gonna pull you out, and then you're just gonna give him the runaround again, and it just takes even longer. It's pretty terrible. Like, Chris Walker is just the biggest time waster in all this and the run killer of the game. But gonna say after that section though, Chris Walker is no longer a threat. So that's a load off my shoulders. I'm not gonna lie to you.
So he's no longer a threat now, or after this section?
Oh, no, literally that section right there. Just like getting him to fake out the punch.
Oh, you don't go downstairs in this place? That's too bad. You don't even get the documents.
There's a lot of documents scattered around the game that you never pick up during glitchless, but
It's one of my favorite jump scares. Like the dude in the corner.
yeah.
Yeah, I liked it.
Oh man.
You know what I really want to see though?
Oh.
I want to see a mod that replaces Chris Walker with Mr. X from Resident Evil 2 and actually plays X. Gonna give it to you.
No! Don't do that to me! Don't do that
That'd be
to me!
amazing.
No, it's gotta be Nemesis, so you can just hear him saying stars over and over. Paul.
Stars!
Oh yeah.
Stars.
Oh my god. No. Oh. Okay, so you're gonna end up taking a hit from him no matter what. You're gonna take another hit too. He's just like smacking with that pipe, by the way.
You can take 2.
And I'm gonna mention too, terrible timing, by the way, with the night vision. Let's see if I
Yeah.
can actually turn the corner quickly enough for this. Oh, that is not good. All right, at least you can kind of see here since the graphical settings are on low. If I had it on higher settings, which I kind of do at home because I'm the kind of guy that you know likes to have good graphics while they're doing speedrunning. But it really helps out to have the graphics on low just so that you can see things a little better.
What was that movement he just did?
Yeah, it's just some of these enemies are really weird when it comes to sidestepping. All right, so we're gonna put the fuses in. You needed to get the fuses, by the way, to get the key down. So now that we've finished that, so we're gonna run back downstairs to grab the key.
Yeah, I think they've been playing too much CS:GO, or like sidestepping everything.
Yeah.
There's batteries right there, by the way.
By the 360 no so
That's, I would love those batteries so much, but you know, got a run to do.
Yeah.
I mean, I could do safety strats and do it, but I'm pretty confident I can make it with no batteries.
All right.
Yeah, I called it from the start. Speedrun Miles stopped caring after minute 5. You don't need no batteries at
Yeah,
this point.
no battery. Also, very convenient with all these batteries around. I don't know who's been laying them around, but dude, come on.
Yeah.
I hope those are Energizer. I swear to God.
Yeah, it's like Resident Evil when you have like ink ribbons lying everywhere.
My favorite is definitely just the herbs. Like even in the Resident Evil 2 remake, they make it's like, guys, stop eating the herbs. I don't care if these are good for your health. They're here as potted plants, not to eat.
Yeah, dude, come on. All right. Okay, that's good. That's a good landing animation. Right there, you're supposed to see the wall rider there, but usually you try to get a really good landing animation there. You just slightly move on over to the left, you know, just to kind of counteract it. And you just miss him entirely. But you see him again there for another time. There he is again. He really likes to show himself off. You know, he's like, hey, my name's Wall Rider. Actually, his name is Billy. Also, here's the twins. So, really funny story about this one. When I played this the first time around, like, as soon as I opened the door, I just immediately shut the door and ran like a little girl. Just because I think that's everybody's reaction to that part.
You,
it's
you
like,
mean like a grown man?
yeah, exactly.
I think my reaction was walking forward and getting stabbed again. But that's just because I'm very bad at hiding in horror games.
Yeah. That just happens.
Oh no, the prop.
Yeah.
Miles.
So
Go.
now we're getting to the next part of the game in which you lose your camera, and conveniently enough, the camera ends up falling flat on its lens just to kind of make you cringe a bit more at that. Like, ooh, no! I bet you it's broken. So now we need to go run down there, grab our camera because Miles was pretty clumsy holding the camera there. Jeez.
Yeah.
You're supposed to wear the strap, Miles.
Yeah, oh, you're supposed to tighten that strap like crazy, but he didn't apparently.
Especially if you're missing a finger.
Yeah, especially that. Like, you would think after that happens to him, he's like, I better, you know, adjust this real quickly. So, this entire section, a lot of people, like, for some reason, and I did this myself the first time playthrough, so I'm not trying to call anybody out here. I did it myself too, but so you grab your camera back. The first instinct is, you know, I could run back with the camera, but come on, we need to save batteries here. We're not picking up batteries. And you ran through this entire section in the dark. There's no excuse. So we're going through this entire part in the dark again.
Fair enough.
I mean, it's the way enemies weren't, so why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I bet the enemies have night visions too. I can believe it.
Have you seen their
When you
eyes? Clearly they
need
do.
night vision to see them and they see you, like in bright daylight, no way. They have night vision. Elves.
I'm just waiting to hear, like, as soon as you see all those guys there, it's just like, as soon as the night vision turns on. I love that noise, by the way, with night vision. That's like one of my favorite sounds ever when it comes to just camera stuff. It's just night vision.
I mean, it's like a very stock sound effect.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like,
Such a satisfying one.
oh my god.
Let's try something, okay?
Nani?
Oh,
Guys, let's try something. So I'm gonna say something, then Shoku's gonna say something, then you activate the night vision.
oh,
All right?
all right.
Omae wa moshiteru.
Nani? Perfect.
Awesome.
I love that too, by the way. You could just literally wave the camera like this. Like, up.
Miles is very indecisive about his
Psych.
recording.
It's just like this, you know, really thinking about it. All right, I'm really hoping for something funny here because there. Oh, table, please.
Well, it was funny to some extent.
So this guy right here, sometimes he will just be in a T-pose for no reason, and it only happens at the rarest of times. I was really hoping to get it during this run, but it doesn't really happen often enough to really like think that it's gonna happen this run. That sort of thing.
He's
It's
just
like,
chilling there, like, praising the sun.
yeah, he's always praising us.
That makes me sad. I've never seen that before.
Yeah, it's just, it happens so rarely. You will never really see it unless you're not expecting it. So, all right, here's something right here. Jump on the box. I didn't jump on the box, but I wanted to be cool there.
Well, what's in the box?
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
Just jumping on the box there and jumping onto the ladder after you do that just really helps out with just getting a bit of a head start on the ladder climb. And so, by the way, I don't know if you guys hear, but there's some really nice piano music playing right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that?
I don't know. I want to check it out. Hey, oh.
Maybe
Oh.
it's a concert. Oh.
Oh,
Yeah, there's something happening.
uh-oh.
What's that note?
There was a guy there. Oh, he's gone. Oh my God. The projector turns on.
He's fast.
Oh.
Exit interview. That's encouraging.
So this part right here is actually a really good amount of plot information just because this is the person that, yeah, you know, I'm gonna keep it a surprise, but they're interviewing a person here that it pretty much just talks about the experiments with this project. This project is known as the Morphogenic Engine Project, in which I don't really remember exactly what they were trying to go for here, but they're using insane patients to try and control this, like, otherworldly being known as the Wall Rider. And you're gonna soon learn later on that there is something a bit weird about the Wall Rider too. And it really factors into the ending too of this game because I don't know, does anyone really think that Miles is gonna survive this when they play this game?
Yeah.
Maybe. Good
All
ending.
right. So this guy's a little bit
Fingers
worried
crossed,
here.
but just mine, not there.
He doesn't have enough fingers to cross
Yeah.
anymore.
Oh my God, I hate that guy so much. So right there, I tend to have problems like when I first started speedrunning glitchless, in which that guy right there, like I usually just stood right at the door right there and waited for him to come out. But if you do not run through that doorway quick enough as he gets through, you're dead. You're just one shot killed. It's real bad. It's just
Usain Bolt.
like a serious run killer, but instead nowadays we just stand at a distance and wait for him just to get the 6 like sound cue there, and then we just start running towards the door as it bursts open.
Did they just all knock on the door in the theme of haircut or shaving a haircut or something?
You know, I'm not sure about that. All right, so we're getting to I actually just realized recently with this like split here, because I have this split right here that's just so weird. It was just super late at night, and I was just like, you know, we're kind of trading this guy for a key, and I've been watching football a little bit, so I called this split the NFL Outlast trade. But the problem is that we don't really watch this guy. He's just chilling out with some people. They're doing some weird thing. Don't even want to know.
Look, it's
But,
Friday night. We don't question these
Yeah, we don't
things.
really question it. But look at these benches. They're really nice. Along with these candles here, which, by the way, come on. Look at these candles. They're fake.
Yeah.
That's not real. What kind of game are you trying to pull here?
They don't even have wicks. They're just there.
Yeah, they're just there. It's just magical
down.
candles.
Quick, put on your tinfoil hat.
Just I wish I had a tinfoil hat.
We don't have real candles in Canada, that's why.
Fix the elevator. It will take you to freedom.
We use
All right.
ice to make fire.
So, like, while I'm talking about this, he says elevator's fine, but there's gonna be a little, catch to this. But hey, look, you see something right there? Oh, hold on, I just noticed. Are my shoes untied? Oh, I don't know.
Have shoes.
All right, they opened the door for you. The twins are no threat anymore. They don't really care about you. Father Martin has kind of just said, like, hey, look, I'm trying to do something here. Can you not kill this guy, please? And here's the final game of chicken. I love this one the most because it's actually in a narrow corridor. Come on, Mom. Come on, Walker. Oh, no. I could never get that one. I only got it maybe twice. All right, jump on the vending machine there. Get a really nice climb animation there. I love that. If you do it really early, your character just does like a weird levitating thing towards the ledge. All right. And then we're making our way down the elevator to what is the final section of the game, in which I'm going to say another interesting tidbit about Outlast speedrunning. So there is a really good glitch at the beginning of this game that skips 95% of the game. And over time, there was one section that we found it in. There was another time we found it in another area. And so, the time went down even more. And that run, 80%, is 8 to 10 minutes long now.
Yeah, isn't like you take a jump from out of bounds in the very first area down all the way to here?
Yep. You just do a really good jump down and you hit a loading barrier and it just teleports you into this section here.
Because for some reason the map is like one big interconnected one that's just not fully rendered at all times.
Yeah.
Instead of just separated load zones.
So I'm guessing we've gone full Umbrella Corporation at this point.
See,
That's actually a really good way of saying that. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. This is going full Umbrella here.
you would think all these evil corporations would eventually learn that you don't combine insane patience and controlling something in the same sentence.
Yeah, you
that
think
never
they
works.
learn. You think they learn, but they never do.
These guys never played Resident Evil.
Yep. That being said, $97 away. Who's going to be our hero?
Ooh.
Our heroes, plural.
Oh, all right. So, yeah, that's sort of like a cutoff. Like, hey, look, there's freedom right there. Ah, too bad. Wall Rider's gonna come and screw up your day.
Yeah, nice try.
So we gotta run away. That guy's just not good. And Chris Walker once again. So we got to say goodbye to Traeger earlier.
Oh, hi, Chris.
Time to say goodbye to Chris.
Goodbye, Mr. NFL. I'll never forget you.
Mr. NFL. He's John Madden in the flesh.
He's John Madden in the
The
pudding
Wall Rider
suit.
just goes straight up like Street Fighter combo spree on him, and then just completely just grinds him through air vents. I don't know how that works, but I don't even want to know.
You should have done that in the beginning.
Just break the air vent.
That should have broken the air vent. It's like still kind of like, it's just slightly bent, like last time I saw it. Like I was just like, I really wonder if it's like seriously damaged that vent. And I just look at it, it's like just slightly bent on some areas. Like, you know what? I don't even want to know.
Is that assault rifle like bent?
Yeah.
up
Yes,
in the
all
barrel?
these assault rifles. You'd think that there'd be a weapon eventually in this
Like,
game,
snap
but
off
nope.
The stock and they
Look
even
at-
unloaded it.
It's like that you're completely useless just because someone decided to just like bend it. Like,
He like stopped to carefully break each one of these guns.
so, by the way, I forgot to mention, this is Dr. Wernicke. This is the guy that is hinted at throughout the game as the mastermind behind all of this. Like, this whole entire thing was based off his research, and Murkoff used his research to try and, try to get this otherworldly being to be controlled. But the problem is that they're using insane patience. Like, come on, what do you think is gonna happen? And so we're kind of becoming the scapegoat here and just, kind of finishing up their mess. Like, we're gonna go and take care of who is actually Billy, who was an insane patient that successfully became the host of the Wall Rider. He's not really in control anymore of Wall Rider. He's just all over the place.
He's just along for the ride.
Yeah, he's just along for the ride. It's just like, you know, I can't really do anything, so I'm just gonna watch you do all this stuff.
He's making popcorn.
Of course. All right. So now we're gonna go and take out Billy, in which we gotta do a few things. We gotta go and turn off the generator, turn off life support, and then finally just destroy what is going to be the morphogenic engine, which you will see very soon. Also, hey, what's up, Billy? Usually you'd run away from him there, but if you just run right past him, he doesn't really do anything to you, which you'd think with this guy, you know, just completely like murdering everybody in like a totally brutal way. He can't even, you know, get this guy. Like, this guy's just been like all over the
Have you
place.
seen how fast Miles can run?
He's missing 2 fingers.
This guy's like Sonic, except not 2019 Sonic, because we don't want that.
He's a chunkier Sonic.
Yeah, he's a chunkier and more faceless Sonic, I'll say, because we don't know how he looks like. All right.
Last I checked, he literally does not have a face.
So right there is the morphogenic engine. It is.
Is this portal too?
It's just a giant ball. It's just a giant electrical ball that I don't know what it does.
Tesla coil.
Is
Yeah,
this aperture?
It's a
Or-
giant octagonal Tesla coil.
Gentlemen,
Yeah.
we have a donation.
Ooh.
A $35 donation by Quentin Baxter, who says, "Go Rose, love the speedrun."
Oh my God, Quinn! Quinn's a really good friend of mine. We have a pretty good history together. Actually, if I gotta say, I gotta thank people for some of the confidence that I had for this run, just because it's my first speed run, so I've been having a lot of reassurance like throughout the few days of just preparing for this. And yeah, he's part of the group of guys that, you know, we've done like a lot of awesome stuff together and like gotten me to this point. So, you know, I gotta give him a pretty good, like, well, I guess I gotta give them like,
Yeah, big
not-
shout outs.
yeah, just like a big shout out to them. Like, they're great guys.
Awesome, man.
I know it's a bit too early to do that. I mean, like, I need to earn it first, but at the same time, it's just like, I can't really help but just say that. Like, they really do mean a lot to me, and it's really great to see that, you know, they're supporting me through this. It's,
You're in final throws of the run. You're good. You can do it.
yeah,
Yeah, you
this part right here is smooth sailing. Like, this is, I could do this in my sleep.
I mean,
Please don't fall
His-
asleep.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna fall
I mean,
asleep. though.
Quentin's donation brought us closer with only $62 to go.
Who will be the ones that get us to 1,000 tonight? Let's
knows?
make it happen. Let's
Oh,
make
nice,
it happen.
juicy.
Please do not say juicy in this section.
So
It is what it is, man.
that part right there is the only part I worry about with night vision, just because usually when I get there, I'm already almost out. And yeah, you know, just gotta be really careful with that.
Miles has been very conservative with his camera on this
Very conservative. So there's actually a really cool strat here that you do an 80% called the Superman jump. But since we're doing glitchless, I can't show that. But literally, you just skip going through this entire part and just do a straight up, like, long jump towards a trigger for a cutscene.
Oh, we got $10 by it from Toaster Assassin, who says,
Oh.
"Go Rose, go! You got this, man."
Thank you, Toaster.
$52 to go. Come on, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Get
Come on,
there.
guys.
Oh, hi.
Hi, Mark.
Why is the Dark Archon?
So
After you- this is StarCraft?
That's actually the cutscene that triggers. Literally from that railing you jump off of, you skip all that running to that portion. You just jump right into it like Superman. It's really awesome.
Don't worry, Billy will catch you.
Yeah, he'll catch you. It's like, he's just like one of those dance partners from Dancing with the Stars. He's like, I got you. Oh, there we go. All right, that's a good strat there. Really good landing animation. Usually I don't get it, but we got it here. Saves just a little bit of time. So there's Billy. We're taking care of him right now, but he's gonna give one final hurrah. And for some reason, even though you're getting slammed against walls and stuff, here's Miles just like, I gotta protect the camera, even though I have like 10 minutes of footage.
How does like none of his bones break from this?
Good question. Good question.
I mean, he's being tossed around like a rag doll.
Yeah, and at first, like, you don't really know what's happening here, but this is actually the wall rider actually putting himself inside you. Sorry.
You gotta find a new host.
Yeah, he's trying to find a new host there because you just murdered his host.
Yeah.
Oh man.
getting ready to wall ride.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys ready to be a
The
wall
second
rider?
coming.
Come on, we're in the final minutes.
Yeah, we're in the final minutes of this one.
$52 to go.
I'd like to mention that the only shadow there when you picked up the camera was just the shadow. You had no shadow at all.
Yeah, no shot whatsoever. That's just low settings right there for you. So
Beautiful.
you could actually skip this entire part right here with Miles stumbling if you just climbed over the railing. For some reason, he just shakes it all off after climbing it, even though, come on, I don't think he's going to be able to climb
Adrenaline is a
anything
hell of
right
a
now.
thing.
Yeah, adrenaline, man. Adrenaline is just crazy. Like, we are literally very close. We're a couple of seconds away from time. I will let you know, by the way, when time is ready.
Pledge donations coming in. Come on, we believe.
I believe in you all. You can do this.
Believe in the hype.
Hi.
Hype!
Hi.
Hi.
All right, we're just gonna literally limp our way towards the end. We're coming up on time very, very soon. All right, and time.
Yeah!
Yay!
Good
That-
run.
Yeah, that's awesome.
We're free.
Amazing. Freedom at last. Am I right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah.
So it's such a great feeling.
A little bit stumbly, but
Ha! Psych!
ha! You thought we were gonna live.
You thought you were gonna get away with this, huh?
Well, we got another $5 donation by Shadow Nightblade who says, "Great run, Rose. Your commentary was great, and here's to more events for you to go to. Don't forget our Alien Isolation playthrough, boy." This donation goes to saving the animals since they deserve to survive all the time. And $47 away. We almost did it. I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah.
We still got a couple of minutes, but yeah, I mean, rip the Special Forces team that thought that killing the host of the Wall Rider was a good idea.
Yeah, I don't know why they thought it was a good idea. They just did it without thinking, I guess.
I would have gone away with this if it wasn't for you.
Like, could you imagine if he
Meddling
got away with
kids.
it and just like in his hospital bed in his final moments, just don't
Yeah.
forget me, and then all of a sudden Wall Rider pops out.
Yeah.
Like that would just ruin the moment immediately.
Also, by the way, I gotta say, shout out to Red Barrels. They made such a great game back then. Like, this game is a few years old by now, but I always try to play it whenever I get a chance to because I love this game. It's just, most people tend to call it a running simulator, but I don't know, like, there's just a lot of things about this game that I really like a lot about.
There's
so,
a camera too, so
Yeah.
there's this filming simulator too.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, if that's a running simulator, that's a marathon simulator.
For
And
sure.
we're doing it on a marathon, too.
Wow.
Wow. Oh, my God.
Wow.
So that's Outlast right there. After this, like, you would go and play Whistleblower, which is definitely recommended you play through the main game first before you getting into it because there's a whole bunch of stuff that starts to clear up with it. Though, yeah, that's pretty much it. That's Outlast, and that's the end of day one.
Yeah, but we still got a $10 donation that just came in from Ghost Phoenix 113 who says, "Congrats on the run. Enjoyed watching you, and we all knew you'd do great."
Thanks, Ryan.
Nobody had any doubts whatsoever.
Oh, what's your PB, by the way?
My PB is actually 51-54, so not that great, mainly because Chris Walker was just such a tease throughout this whole entire thing. But
Not bad though.
yeah, it's.
Oh.
I don't mind that. Oh,
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 Oh.
Oh,
oh,
oh.
oh,
What are we going
what's the
for?
O about?
oh, this just happened.
Oh! We did it! We reached 1,000.
We broke the barrier.
Woo!
Yeah. So
Alright.
Who was the
we
one?
got a $50 donation by Toaster Assassin, and he keeps going.
Oh my
Another one
God.
came- but $50 by Toaster Assassin, who effectively brought us past the $1,000 mark, and he says, "This is going for a good cause, so here we go." And Rose is the man. Couldn't agree more.
Thank you so much. Like, that was the one thing I was thinking about too. Is like, look, it's like this is amazing to actually being able to like go and do what I wanted to do. Like, just actually be able to do something like that will do an even bigger impact. Because usually I do extra live streams in November, which
Yeah.
extra live show right here. And you know, we've always raised like a good amount of money for a good cause, and I've always thought about just wanting to, you know, be part of something that makes an even bigger impact, you know, and I'm hoping that as time goes on, you know, I'm able to do more of that stuff because just doing stuff for charity is just amazing. It's It just feels great.
Well, you know, the whole team at NoReset, basically, one of our philosophies is that, you know, we're one of the small guys, let's call ourselves that, in terms of speedrunning marathons. So when we pick a charity, it's always smaller in scale,
yeah.
but we'd rather pick a smaller local charity everywhere we go. It's always a local charity as much as we can, you know, achieve that goal. And that's why, because One Up for Cancer is actually based in Dallas. And like we said, the money that we raise goes directly to people who need that money for their cancer treatment. So it's a direct impact. So effectively, you've helped someone pay for a part of their cancer bills. Now, you know, maybe one day we'll get to crazy, like 4, 5, 6 digits, you know, by the end of the marathon.
It just keeps growing.
Exactly. We've been going for only 3 years when you think about it. So it's always a great honor to have all those people come together and just work towards a common goal using, you know, their passion and what they love doing, which is playing video games super fast.
You know what? You should keep talking because the counter keeps growing.
Yeah, we got $50.
Well,
Keep delaying it. Keep
let's go.
delaying
We
it.
had a $37 donation by the level best who says 1,000 hype!
Yo, level hype!
And PM Gap donated $20 and says the world needs more first-person games.
Yes.
It does.
Yes, it does. Also, level best, by the way, he's doing a run tomorrow. Resident
He
Evil
is.
2 remake. I love Resident Evil, so I'm gonna definitely watch it. I'm not gonna be here in person for him, but
Oh, I'll be here
yeah,
for it.
I'll definitely catch that.
I'm really
run.
hoping to see that.
I mean, my nickname is G-Virus, so I'm just gonna put that out there. You know, like
Oh, yeah.
Resident Evil 2 is one of my all-time favorites.
I will say I'm terrified because you've essentially talked me into playing a bunch of horror games in VR now. So I'll probably stream those. So if anybody's interested in watching me be absolutely terrified, try to hide under my bed in VR.
Horror games are definitely like one of the best things ever when it comes to like just doing stuff for charity. Just cause like, I mean, just recently there was a Scarathon. Just kind of like, I'm shouting these guys out too, just because like they're great guys. Hosted by put together by Ravenheart and I'm Brandon. They're great guys. Like that's just literally a marathon of just straight up horror games for like a week, I think. And like, if you guys love horror games, I definitely highly recommend watching horror game speedruns. Just because, I mean, like, you know, it depends. You know, like sometimes that person that's running the game isn't that scared, but at the same time, there's just those that even though they're like pretty scared of horror games, they always just like go right in with those runs. And I mean, it's always for a good cause to scream
Oh
real
yeah,
badly.
screaming for a good cause is great. And I mean, I'm just gonna point that out, but we're $30 away from 1,100, so we'll see if that happens. But let's cut to the chase, and I just want to say thank you so much, Rose, for coming over and playing Outlast. I knew when I saw that in the submissions list that it was going to be a good one, because it's an amazing game, but also just the fact that the main mechanic of the game is running away makes for a great speed run. And it's kind of like, a lot of it is platforming, really, when you think about it.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's a great first-person platformer with great escape mechanics, jump scares, and to people who are like, you know, oh, I think I'm going to play this game, but maybe it's been kind of ruined. Like, you have no idea. It's so, the mood and the atmosphere in this game is so tense.
There's something about this game that always just brings me back to, like, Whistleblower does it better just because I feel like they did better with crafting the horror in that game. And like I said, if you thought that part with Traeger was pretty bad, you haven't seen Whistleblower, and that is just a significant step up. Like I said, I highly recommend playing this game. It's just a great game, even though it's pretty old by now. But, I mean, come on. There's always a good time to revisit games. Like, you know, whenever you have that moment just to play something new, like, come on. Consider this game.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, if you guys enjoyed the show today, do I have some good news for you? We have 2 more days of speedrunning coming right up. We have quite a bit of highlights tomorrow. We're going to have the Super Metroid, that's my personal favorite, Super Metroid Nintendo Power Percent, which essentially is going to be, we're going to be following the playthrough of the Nintendo Power magazine that gave us the initial like playthrough of the whole Super Metroid game, but we're gonna follow it to the letter as fast as we can.
Oh, wow! I actually didn't realize that was it. I thought it was just your like, you know, run-of-the-mill Super Metroid playthrough, but going by the book, oh man.
This can only end poorly, but I'm gonna love it.
Yeah, I'm gonna love that too.
Well, tomorrow we're opening with Nano Quest, and then we have Pugsy, then Ninja Jajamaru, which we just met the incentive, by the way. The milestone for Ninja Jajamaru, the pun edition. So, Dom, this one's for you. This is one's for DD Gaming's, the pun edition of the run. He's about to smack me. But like legit, tomorrow's going to be a great card for as far as the schedule goes, and a bunch of those runners I know.
I've definitely got some pun
there's a lot of great people like throughout these next 2 days, but I also got to say, shout outs to all the runners today because they all did an amazing job.
Every
with their
single
runs.
one of them who showed up, showed out, man. It was
great.
it was amazing.
Say hi to Slowpoke, chat.
Say hi to Slowpoke.
It's the Slowpoke.
Slowpoke had a pretty easy day, I gotta say.
Yeah,
you know?
pretty easy
Slowpoke's
day.
been sitting up here on the desk for like the entire day. He's
needed
popped
a-
into at least one. There we go.
He needed a moment to shine, you know?
A little bit lower. A little bit lower. I mean, he was there for a second.
Oh, okay.
God, there he is.
There he is.
Hi, Slowpoke. Well, I mean, technically we're done, so the Slowpoke for the last donation is only fitting. But
Hey, there it is.
we reached.
we got a $30 donation by Thanos, who says, "Fine, I'll do it myself."
Yes.
Thank you.
For a good cause.
And also, Thanos put his incentive towards to kill the animals. I'm guessing. There's too many of
You
them.
have to kill only half the animals, though.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Maybe you learned something from Endgame. That's all I'm gonna say.
Definitely. All right.
Seriously, if you haven't seen this movie by now, like, what are you doing?
Oh yeah. What are you doing? Also, yeah. Thank you so much, NoReset, for having me. It's such a great honor for this to be my first marathon too.
Well, honestly, thank you for the kind words, and the honor was all ours. Honestly, you know, for a first, they have been worse first runs in the marathon. Just look up my Axiom verse for GDQ 2016. You'll feel better. Trust me.
I've been all over the couch to say it's been great being here. So hopefully I'll be around tomorrow to see the rest of the runs. I'm gonna love it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to be signing off. So tomorrow morning, we're going to be starting the pre-show at 9:30 a.m. sharp. And the first run, which is, and I said it like a couple of seconds ago, but it's NanoQuest. NanoQuest is starting tomorrow at 10. So give us a follow if you want to know when we go back live. But tomorrow at 9:30 a.m., same place, same channel. Stay tuned, and we'll see y'all tomorrow.